In this lab exercise, we're going to be taking a look at Ethernet packets, and we'll be using a web page that you're all familiar with to help us get started. So the web page we're going to be looking at is going to be IWCC, and this is going to be just the top level. We don't want to go into ROC or anything like this, so this is just going to be the EDU ROC page. In order to explore the transmissions between the web server and the laptop, we're going to be using a program called Wireshark, and I will have put this program up on the website. Go ahead and put it on the laptops. When you first enable it, you want to take a look at the interface list, and depending on how your system is set up, I would suggest you use the wireless connection because we're going to be a little bit spread out today. So what I want to do is I'm going to select the wireless connection and then say start. As soon as I do that, it's going to start capturing every single packet that is sent out of the system or received by the system. So as soon as I start this, I'm going to go back over to the web page, and all web browsers in the upper left hand corner is going to have some sort of way for reloading that particular page. That's all we're going to do. Is we're going to go start Wireshark to capture. We're going to reload the home page for IWCC, and then we're going to shut down Wireshark. We're going to stop it from capturing any more data. You'll find that you may have 200 or 300 packets just in a few seconds. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here on Wireshark, start a new live capture, and then immediately go back over to the web page, hit reload, and then within 2 or 3 seconds we're going to come back over here and say stop. Now I have a filter set on here which I'll take off as soon as I do the next step. We've captured our packets. Now let's take another look at this web site. All web browsers excuse me, have internal to them a way of actually looking at the source HTML code. Now in Chrome, which is what I prefer using, if you go down to Tools and then View Source, it will show you all the HTML that is needed to make up that particular web page. Now I'm going to scroll down here, and you're going to see that to make up that web page takes about 400 lines of code. I'm going to save that HTML printout. I'm going to print it, but I'm going to print it as a PDF. Typically your operating system will have some way of saving files instead of a printer going to PDF. So I'm going to save those 12 pages of HTML code to the desktop. I'm going to call it View Source and the website. I've done this before, so it's already there. So now I'm going to downsize, get rid of that tab, the View Source. I'm going to do one other thing. I'm going to sort of keep this live so that I can take a look at certain portions of the web page. I'm going to ask each one of you individually to go and get some of these different elements on the web page. What I'm pointing to right now is Contact Us. Most web browsers have a capability of taking an element and just looking at that one particular element live. I do a right click and I say Inspect Element. It brings up a window which we can increase here, and here buried in the HTML code is a particular line that says, okay, I have a reference called contact. Now that is the actual software ASP active server page. But here's what is viewed as. This is the label. So this little pixel up here, you can see up at the top, it says that particular element is 61 pixels by 33 pixels. If we click on that image, we're going to launch this contact.asp. So this is going to be the first part of the exercise today. Go to the Iowa Western web page, capture it, view the source code and print it. It's about 12 pages, about 400 lines of HTML, and then get familiar with each one of these individual pieces. Let's take this logo for instance. If I do a right click and do search element, here is the image source, and if I highlight that line, it says my image is 420 by pixels by 93, and that's the logo main PNG, and it's also called Iowa Western. And sure enough, it says it wants it to be the width of 420 by 93 with no border. So each web page is made up of lots of elements that are controlled by the HTML code. So I think we'll stop there for part 1, and in part 2 we'll actually start taking a look at trying to find in our Wireshark capture file where some of these elements are. Thank you very much, and we'll see you for part 2.